I wonder why people continue to do that. So the other time I was traveling to go and see my sister. My sister stays, we stay in different places. So I boarded a public means. I boarded a taku. So in that taxi, where I stayed, there's supposed to be 14 passengers. But I think along the way, the conductor wanted to add someone because they were going to drop someone on the next stop. So he stopped somewhere and added in someone else. Of course, it was understandable because you know what? Yeah, we're moving. So this guy, they stop and he enters willingly. So when he entered like this, that is why his face changed because they had to squeeze us. In the seat where we were supposed to sit 3 people, we sat there 4 people. And the guy entered. He entered willingly, and then when he reached inside, he squeezed his face as if like now it became as if they had forced him to enter. Like the guy said, grumbling. In my head, I was like, what is wrong with this person? Did he enter the taxi without wanting, or I don't know. So at some point, it really, I don't know why. My mood started changing and my way of thinking started changing because I was questioning myself. Why is the guy grumbling? He entered the taxi knowing that, he's going to be squeezed. And the guy wasn't really happy. And we reached the next stop. The person who was supposed to drop moved out and the guy settled. So that whole scenario, it made me think about one thing, and that is attitude. Wow. I realized that, every day we have a choice. We have a choice whether to think positively or to think negatively. And that is your attitude. Like you just choose. Because if you wake up in the morning and you're like, how is it going to be like? Like you just don't know. You have just so I realized that in everything we do, attitude is always number one. If you perceive something as if it's difficult, it's bad, that's a negative attitude, and that's what you're going to carry on in everything you do. And also it made me realize that attitude is contagious. Because when the guy entered, I was in my happy mood, I was very fine. But when he started grumbling, expressing his discomfort, I realized it was rubbing on me because I was also feeling uncomfortable. I was like, in my head, I was like, why is he grumbling? If he feels like, is inconvenienced, I'm as well. Also myself, I'm also being inconvenienced. So I was like, So that's when I'm like, this thing affects all of us. It can be in different fields, it can be anywhere, but it keeps on affecting us. Actually affects us in every aspect of our lives. So if you constantly choose to have a negative attitude, everything around is going to be negative, it's going to be bad, it's going to be impossible. If you look at things and you're like, maybe the good things are made for those people. You understand, And if you have a positive attitude, a positive outlook on things are going to be impossible. Even the thing everyone is scared of doing, it becomes possible to you because you have a right mindset. And if you're constantly in company with people who are so negative about life, trust me, even if you are the only positive thinker, time is going to catch up with you and you're going to end up being engulfed in that negative thinking. Because someone said, in Uganda we have this saying which says, which means tell me who your friends are, then I'll tell you who you are, what your character is. And even the Bible says, bad company corrupts good morals. Meaning that you cannot be constantly around people who are so negative and you think, you know what, I'm going to be the only one who's going to stand out, who's going to think positively about life. No. Time is going to reach and you're going to start seeing impossibilities in everything, because you know what, you are always surrounded by people who are negative. But if you're constantly surrounded by people who are so positive about life, trust me, even in the hardest situations of your life, things are going to be possible. As others are complaining, hey, the economy is so bad, people are so insensitive, you're going to look at them like, it is okay. Because I'll give an example of COVID. You know how everyone was so afraid, you know what, and there are people who really managed and survived through COVID. Or even if it's just day-to-day problems, there are people who have a positive attitude about them and people who have a negative attitude about them. And imagine, just guess who will win. It will be the person with a positive attitude, someone who has a positive outlook on things. It can be in your job and everyone is complaining, this company is not good, our boss is not good, my co-workmates are not good. If you continue with that mindset, that thinking, time is going to see that everything around you is so negative. Have you realized, let me give you an example in that, have you realized that when you focus on your mind, when you focus your mind on a certain thing, there is a way it really appears, like it keeps appearing. So there is a time I was looking out for this type of car. You know, before I wasn't used to mind about it. By the time I was like, you know what, I want to check out on this car. Do you know that everywhere, every place I would go, I would find that same kind of Another scenario. Have you ever, for example, if you're pregnant and you know when you're pregnant, everyone around you will be pregnant. So the same thing with attitude, the same thing with how we see things. If your mind is constantly thinking of the negative things around you, trust me, you're going to see negative things coming in your life. I don't know how that does, I don't know how the universe conspires to do all that. That's how it's. But if you see things are being positive, everything around you, even when you're going through problems, even when you're going through troubles, there is a way things are going to look as if they're easy. Yes? So, anyway, today I decided to do an introduction video because I didn't do an introduction video. I just dived into the journey. You understand? So I know some people wanted, someone else you did an introduction video. So today I want to do an introduction video so that you get to know a little bit about me. Sorry, I began with the other part because you know what? I realized that, you know what, attitude affects everything that we do. And I wanted to talk about it because, you know what, people need to change their minds and their attitudes because you can't win with a bad attitude. Yes, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about me so that you get to know me. And yeah, so my name is Nachito Peace. I am a young Ugandan. I'm a public and transformational speaker. I'm an events host and modulator. I'm a life coach, and mostly I am so passionate about personal growth, personal finances, and relationships because I realize those are the things that affect us in our daily lives. We are affected by so many things. So I'm so passionate about that. And also I am a person that loves traveling, though I don't do that much, but I love it. I also love dancing. Oh God. You know, that's what I've just realized that, you know what, it's not easy to introduce yourself, but just a little bit about me, and I am going to be your beautiful host on this empowering journey. And I want to invite you to subscribe on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, invite your friends to like, to comment, and tap on the notification bell so that every time I upload a new video, you are always notified. You'll be the very first person to be notified. You understand? Because you know what, on this channel we are going to dive in things that concerns our life, concerns our personal growth, anything that, as long as you want to elevate yourself, this is your go-to channel. Please don't look anywhere else. This is your channel. We are going to be talking about daily things that you know that happen to us that sometimes we overlook and we think, you know what, Bino Joe, these are things of every day. That's a direct transition from Uganda, Joe. So we are going to dive into those topics, those different discussions that are going to enable us to be better people, because you don't want to be the same person who was 5 years, 2 years, 3 years ago. You want to be a better person. And you don't want to be that person whom everyone else is leaving behind. You see your friends are being elevated, people are taking those bold moves. I remember there's a time I would sit down and I'm like, but you collaborate, how do people do it? Then I realized these people are not born like they are born to do that. It's what you it's what you put in yourself, and you're like, you know what? I think I deserve a better life. So I'm going to put that question. I'm going to ask you something, like, when you sit down there, actually just sit down there, just take like 2 or 1 minute, close your eyes, think about the kind of life you want. Think. Imagine all the things that you want to have. Imagine the people you want to work with. Imagine the places you want to go with. You have it? Yes, it's there. Okay, now ask yourself, how am I, what do I need to do to move from where I am here to where I want to go? That thing that you have imagined. What do you need to do? So you're going to see that there are steps, there are things that you need to do, so that you move from that point to the other point. And that's what this channel is all about, to help you move you from this point to the next point, to enable you, to help you, to facilitate your growth journey. You understand? You have a life you want to live. You know where you really want to be as a person, but then you don't know how to do it, because sometimes on our own, you'll be like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. Yes, I know. But if you lack discipline, if you lack consistency, if you lack self-love, so many of us, we know what we want. We know what we're supposed to do. I'm supposed to do this. I actually know I'm supposed to be A and B, to be able to A, B, C, up to go to that level. But you know what? Because you lack certain things in your life, like the discipline, the consistency, you end up failing. And before you know it, it's 2 years, 1 year, 5 years. You have never even done anything about the goals you have really set. So this channel is your ultimate search for all that. So we're going to be talking about personal growth, that is from self-discovery, self-improvement, talking about consistent self-discipline, all the things we're going to talk about. Then when it comes about personal finances, we're going to see how to elevate our finances this year, how we get from this level of struggling to a level where you can stand on your own. I'm like, okay, you know what? I can do this on mine. When it comes to relationships, we're going to be talking about how to make meaningful relationships, how to sustain the good relationships that we do have, how to reposition people in our lives. Because you know what? There are certain people who are in our lives, and the fact is, I don't know, because we have different categories. We have friends, we have people we know, we have colleagues, we have classmates, we have so many categories. Sometimes we end up confusing. Someone who is just meant to be your colleague, you end up saying, this is my friend. Someone who is just meant to be someone you know, we end up mixing the whole thing, and at the end of the day, we have a lot of expectations from people, and from which we are disappointed. So we are going to be talking about how to reposition certain things, how to reposition people. So many things we are going to talk about on this channel. So I want you to be expectant, and feel free to share with me in the comment section what exactly you expect and more, so that you're able to engage. Because the more you engage, the more I am able to know what exactly you're supposed to talk. I just want you to be expectant. So make sure before you go, you subscribe, comment, like the video, and share with your friends. That's all for today, and I wish you all the best. Make sure you come back, and just know I love you so much. Bye from me to you. It's a good day.